performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
All right, you're welcome to SRTV Studios Asaba, and of course Rise and Shine Nigeria. It's an everyday program that's very, very intriguing, entertaining, informative, and of course expository. On today's Rise and Shine, we're going to be looking at a very important issue that has worried Nigerians, especially since the coming of this administration. Yes, we've had the APC government close to 10 years now, and we expected that the manifesto being preached by protagonists of the APC government vis-a-vis Muhammadu Buhari, the president between 2025 and rather 2015 and 2023, and Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the president from 2023 to date. We call for some sober reflection, because what we are seeing in terms of security and the security management and architecture in this country is really a cry for help. We're going to be centralizing our discussion on the north central states of Nigeria, most importantly, Benue and Plateau states. In the last couple of months, there have been consistent killings, raiding aggressively by bandits and Boko Haram infidels, of course, ISWAP as well, villages within the Benue, Kogi region, most importantly Benue, and of course some parts of Plateau and Kaduna State. But the most sorry one is the one in Benue State. Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was prevailed upon by public demand and public opinion to finally assent to the desire that he was going to be visiting Benue State. It took the visit of a certain NGO, talking about Very Dark Man, and so many people on social media, print and electronic media, and on social media, to blow it loud that this is really a need for serious thinking by members of the National Assembly and the executive. We're talking about the situation in relation to what is happening in Benue State. Last week, over 200 people were killed. It is not the killing that was really the painful thing. The most painful fact is the way they were killed. Some were locked in their houses, sprinkled with fuel and lit alive. Some were burnt inside their houses alive. Children, no, there's no basis. I mean, there was no gender separation or age separation. Children, toddlers, male, female, adults, young teenagers, everybody was vulnerable. At the last count for visible body specimens that were available, over 200 people had been killed. In Enugu State, not just Enugu State, actually had their own fair share earlier on this week, where about 16 people were killed in a certain village. And this is just within this week. In the last 2, 3, 4 months, we've had a consistent weekly reportage of killings spread along Benue State, Kogi State, Plateau State, and of course, Enugu State, most importantly, besides other forms of killing. And the administration of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu hasn't taken it serious upon itself to declare a state of emergency on insecurity. Are we saying that our security architecture is very, very compromising? Are we saying we do not have drones that can fly over the Sahel region, the savannah forest, to locate these men in the trenches within the ambits of the Lake Chad region? Are you saying the police and the Nigerian Air Force do not have air helicopters to help in surveillance and to help in security inspections and maneuvers? I was saying that those helicopters being shown on a lot of social media pages, showing that supplies being given to these dissidents, and of course talking about the ISWAP, the Boko Haram, the kidnappers, and all that, getting supplies from foreign countries and wealthy individuals with helicopter supplies, and nobody has said anything in this country. There's so many questions that have been asked, but very few answers. We're not even getting it from our rulers, our leaders. From the National Assembly, issues have been left without all their concerns are centered around and within, and of course, speculatively, the 2027 elections. With the wave of the campaign, neglect of security, and concerns on the campaign and attracting the campaigns to the APC, that priority seems to be that 2027 is much more important than the lives of Nigerians. So much. We're going to be doing all that. And of course, with me, is my friend Evelyn Choma. You're welcome to the program. Arise and shine this morning.
Thank you.
And of course, Mary from Abuja. We have Mary. Yes, Mary, you're welcome to us this morning. And of course, Rise and Shine. Really, so much to talk about. You're closer to the epicenter of what is happening. You've heard the opening salvo, and you can give us first-hand information, because even Nasarawa State is involved, and I know Nasarawa State is not far from Abuja. Kogi State is not much far, and of course, you are closer to those in power, their concerns, their fears, their lack of concern. So much to talk about, Mary. Let's start from your
end. Mary, sorry, we can't hear you.
Sorry. Oh, good morning, engineer. Good morning.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, I didn't know you're not hearing me. Okay, you can say I'm closer, but I'm still not closer, because as long as you can't get these people, as long as you can't speak to them, you're still not close to them. Okay, yesterday the president visited the victims in the hospital. You could see even the Benue State governor was there, and other people that accompanied him to the hospital to see the victim. Some people that were injured and all of that. And he said that the security forces should make sure they get the people that they happen to be in charge of what happened to the victims in Benue State. But the truth is, I don't know how long they keep saying, make sure you get them, and so that they can react and all of that. All this why they've not really come up with having to be able to get these people or do anything to them. But I asked myself this question: how do these people manage to enter into this place? How do they manage? I think to some extent, Nasarawa is better. Benue State is the problem. They are the people suffering it the more. You understand? You know, probably before now, the government made it look like he knows what is happening in the state, but still has not said anything. Okay, engineer, let me tell you, the president visited them yesterday. He was at the hospital, right, to see this victim. But I cannot really tell you that this is a change that has been made. The life of these people is still at stake.
Can't be changed.
Yes, he visited the hospital, yes, and said they should make sure they get the people that did this thing. How can you get them?
So the ones that have been happening since.
Yes, it's really disappointing, because it took him this long to get there. When did this incident happen? And it took the president about 5 days, several days gone to get there.
Even he said he was going to adjust the program now. He said he was going to adjust the program.
This program.
Is it more
program is more important than the lives of your citizens?
Did you watch the video?
He was trying to make you understand. He was trying to make you understand that he's a very busy person, so he does not even know what is happening. He does not even know what is happening in the country until we now.
What about his media aides? If he's busy, members of the National Assembly, are they busy too, that they don't know what is happening? Members of his cabinet, are they busy that they don't know what is happening, Mary? His aides, media aides.
You are not getting me.
Mokri.
You are not getting
the likes
who
of
is
Rino
busy.
Mokri and co.
Okay, the president is busy. That the life of the citizens is not important to him. Even the chiefs or the traditional rulers are also busy, because we've not really heard from any of them. Or probably many of them feel it's not their community or something. There are so many communities, surrounding community around there. We've not heard from the traditional rulers. You are saying that our president is busy, that lives, like people were burned alive and it took him 5 to 7 days to get there. He's not telling they should arrest the criminals. They should make sure they apprehend them. Is he supposed to order them before they know what to do, or
How can
like
they
go
even
into
apprehend
action?
After almost a week, they should have been able to arrest some people already. These kidnappers, these bandits, this whatever, they are not ghosts. We have seen a lot of trending videos. These people, we have seen they have bikes. That means they will need fuel to fuel the bikes. And when the bikes go bad, they will need to fix it. And we have seen them with the impunity with which they come into town to raid cities, to raid shanties, villages, hamlets, and all that. They don't. It's not like they are trekking on with legs. They are like three on a bike with their arms. That is one. We have seen videos of their wives, Fulani maidens, cooking for them. Of course, they will need to buy ingredients and foodstuffs to cook. We have seen videos. We have seen videos of their houses in the forest, deep in the forest. Now I ask, is it that? And look at the statement of Mr. President. He has ensured that these people should be arrested. I was expecting that with the visit of the president, they should have been arrested.
Engineer,
I was expecting a very drastic action.
And these people, you can't tell me they don't have means of communication.
They communicate with phone.
They communicate. So you want to tell me the telecoms, they don't have charge, or they will say, okay, they are protecting users' privacy, so they don't go into details to know what is actually happening in the country. Because I'm sure they communicate their plans before they even do this. So how come we can't have trace? And it's been several days. You expect to find it easy to get these people who must have fled into the forest or something. You are saying arrest these criminals. You should catch these criminals. Like, I think he should have gone to the scene when where these things happen. He should have gone there, like, to see the ashes of the people, to see their bones. He should have gone there to know how serious this matter is. It's not just a matter of like robbery or something. Go and arrest these people like it's some kind of casual something. I don't get.
You are even talking. Did you see the preparation they made just because he was coming?
Oh, well, yes.
I wish they made that kind of preparation for these citizens that they didn't care about, that just died for nothing. I wish they made such kind of preparation by putting security forces.
We wish they prepared to secure the lives of the citizens. They will spend up to 1/10 of the money they spend for. Look at how much they spent. They say they have not cleared grass. They spent billions of naira for clearing of grass because president was coming. You carried primary school, secondary school children under the rain, took them under the rain to line up on the road and wait for a president that has been insensitive to their plight, insensitive to the security situation of the state. They had to wait inside the rain for that long. Then some idiots were carrying placards showing solidarity. The governor I'm disappointed with him. I used to give him some respect. But I expected that.
Already. It's a big disappointment.
Yes.
Before now, the governor, are we going to start talking about the governor? You know, this is why we've been talking about president.
If you notice, the governor, he was concerned more about his 2027. That's what they're all concerned about.
You heard his speech. You know, VDM said it would have been better if the community, they start protecting themselves. They get harmed. But he said he doesn't think that is the right thing to do. To allow people to just harm themselves. That is not the right thing to do. So what are you doing to help these people? What protection are you giving to these people? Because if you go right there now to where the incident happened, you still see witness. They are still there, like no protection. They are supposed to protect the life of the witness because they will need them. And to show you that our law is very weak.
Are you talking about the governor that Evelyn? Are you talking about the governor that people died in your state? You've not even done anything to help these victims, right? But because your chief press secretary was among those people that were protesting, immediately you suspended him. Look at the kind of fast action he made. He didn't waste time to suspend him, because they saw his face among those people that joined the VDM, the chief press secretary. They suspended the guy. That VDM was even saying the guy can come and work in his foundation and all of that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you could take that kind of decision as fast as you can. As soon as possible, you just did what you did. When people have been dying over countless times in your state and you've not done anything about it, but you can suspend someone because he protested. So everybody must support you. Everybody must showcase only the good thing in your state. Is the only good thing that's happening in your state? Have there not been negative news in your state? Why should you always put out only the good ones? Why are these people so selfish? That's why it's at the end of the day, in as much as we try to blame the president, I think my issues is because it's there. I think he's the one standing at the back of. Let me see if he's even clearer here. Okay,
Very
it's clearer in the other
Mary,
part. He
because
was
yes.
standing at the back of the.
When the governor entered,
Imagine.
a lot of us were excited. We said, okay, he's a reverend father. I mean, it was almost being fought out before the election proper, and they won. We expect that it's going to be fine. He's going to be able to transform the system. But I'm surprised now, especially with this carnage in Benue State and the way he's gone about it. First, the sacking of his aide, and you say, I always tell people, if the door not lock, you're not going to see plenty doors open for you before, when you are so dependent on only hear my hope day. Now, this guy is going to work with VDM and is going to have a greater scope, and it's no more going to be restricted to Benue State. It's going to be working globally. Probably if VBM likes his style of work, anywhere he's traveling to, they travel together. And that is the kind of mindset he has. Now, that aside, we're looking at a governor that has become political, has become spiritually political. He's a man of God, but I expected that he should be firm and take decisions that are right for the people. There's no moral justification for you to have declared a public holiday in Benue State because you are expecting the president. There's no morality in that.
Not declare public holiday when people die.
I mean, where people died, you didn't declare public holiday.
100 people did not shake you. Did not shake
I
you.
expected, yes, you shouldn't, you didn't, yes.
That's
You didn't
their
have a moral
conscience.
right. You don't have conscience. All the conscience is geared towards 2027. You don't have any moral right to come out and ask school students. You declare public holiday, students to be at home. You not conscripted them to come and stand under the rain that you want to work in a certain Mr. President who should have been the protector of the citizens. Their safety, that's one of the major priorities of government. You took market women to wait on the street, then you compared people, gullibly to carry placards showcasing yourself and Mr. Tinubu for 2027. What an alliance. You see, our political elite, they have a mindset of selfishness. Their scope and mediocrity is restricted. All they think about is what is in it for them, not what is in it collectively for all of us. It's only about themselves. And that is what we are paying the price for today. That in the last 3 months, we have lost almost 300 people from Benue State, and thousands have been homeless. And you do this show. They were sweeping the streets of Makurdi because president was coming. Why didn't you allow him to stay in your natural state? Why didn't you allow him to see that governance has not been able to be effective because we are fighting so much on the security trenches? You didn't do all that. You wanted to please him. Yes, it's your president, but it should meet the reality on ground. And you aided and abetted the aberration that your security agents should fish out the killers. For crying out loud, the killers should have been fished out long ago. Since you put in fish out, the killers will drive out of the town with their bikes. They will come in their 50s and 100s. You didn't fish them out. Mr. President have come 6 days after, 7 days after, and given the instruction. Let's see how it goes. But I'm disappointed in all of them.
It's not the first time something is happening.
You saying that we expected a difference because the governor was a priest. The truth is, let's tell ourselves the truth. It's because we are so religious. We are too religious in this country.
Yes.
I'm not even exempted in this. We are too religious. We're expecting a difference. We are expecting this man to be unique because he's a priest. But you should understand That him being a priest does not even make him different from every other person there. I think right now he's looking like the worst governor. If I want to judge him, it looks like he's the worst governor so far, because I've not seen somebody whereby somebody whose life of people does not matter to. You don't care about the life of people in your state. When these people died, over 200 people died. I really did not hear what he said. I really did not see the impact he made for these people. But when the president came, what you could do was to actually announce the public holiday in that same state. But this killing have been going on over the years, countless times. This killing has been going on. What have you been able to do? People expected a lot. People expected a lot of positivity. Why? Because you are a priest. But this is a wake-up call for us to understand that if you want to vote in somebody, whether the person is a priest, whether the person is a pastor, even if the person is try to, even if the person is the highest Christian in this world or in any religion, try to be good, that is not what to make you put somebody. What are the goals? What are the objectives that the person has showcased that I want to put in place? What are the structures? What are the things he has said he would have done for the people of Benue State to make him different? Those are the things we're supposed to look into. And today you're coming to make it look like you know the people that have been causing these killings in your state and you've not been able to do anything. Is it because it has not gotten to him or any member of his family? How can we continue to allow this kind of negativity in a state that is supposed to be called food basket of the nation, and they're invading this state every time? Every time. Are there not people guiding the states? The people of Benue State. So is the state just too free, too opened for people to come in? And yeah, we could see young people protesting. No, it is not to protest. I think like, if they want to protest, they should protest in the right way. Get the right thing to be done, not just by protesting. You people in Benue State need serious security. I know fully well that the arrival of the president and most of these people that were there, right, to see these victims in the hospital, if they tell you the kind of security forces that will be there, they tell you the kind of security forces that will visit that hospital, that you will know that Nigeria, you will begin to wonder, ask yourself, Nigeria has this kind of security and we are going through all of this. Honestly, we need to do better. We need to understand that if the people you are leading are suffering, you are not a true leader. If the people you are leading continue to die, you are not a true leader. Because I don't know if everybody finish in that state who he wants to rule. Maybe the yam or the gari or the rice in the state. Maybe that's what he will look after. That is if they have not even finished all the farmlands in Benue State. It's so shameful. It's so shameful that we have a governor that your state have been invaded countless times. People have died countless times. Nothing has been done. It's even this time around that I saw that they could even show concern. So you hear that people died in Benue State and we think it's a normal thing. Everybody begins to keep calm, begin to keep silent, like, oh, people died in Benue State is a normal thing. How can this kind of thing be normal? How can this kind of thing be normal? Now the people in that place cannot stay there again. Definitely they want to leave. The ones that even survived cannot still go back there to stay. So before you know, these people will take over the place.
Even the ones that survive, what protection are they giving them? What protection are they giving them? They will go and get some people now and say they are suspects, and then they will go to court and start doing trial that will take years. And at the end of the day, you will not hear anything about the incident again, because this is not the first time something like this is happening. It has happened years ago. But what happened at the end? No law enforcement at all. Everything is weakening. Our law is weakening. Because they've passed law around 2017 in Benue against grazing of lands by these headsmen. And then they've asked them to do a proper ranching for their cattle, their cows. But see, they still insist in invading this crop, this land. No proper law enforcement at all. Nothing has been done. No proper persecution. So why would these people be scared? If there were proper persecution, I don't think this would have happened. It wouldn't have come this far. But the law is weak.
About people that were operating from 10:45 p.m. to 2 a.m. and nobody attacked them. Nobody tried to stop them. So are the people in that state dead? Are they all dead people? And you're telling me that the police didn't know that there were other group of people that came in and started putting fuel and burning the people inside the houses So you just focus on the ones that you were fighting there. No other people that they could not bring other policemen to go and check people in the houses. And they stay for even normal robbers that come to people's house, they will do sharp sharp and leave because they don't know who is coming to arrest them or who is coming to get them. But for these people to have this confidence to operate for how many hours? From 10:45 p.m. to 2 a.m. How many hours in a place? You are not even seeing the need to move out. So you make sure that they are really burnt dead. Like as I'm pouring this fuel and putting fire, I want to make sure that these people really died. They have no means of, because at that kind of situation they can't even escape. Yes, they made sure they were there until these people finished. They made sure they died before they leave. So nobody could even come for them until they succeeded and left. Then the next thing I could see was young boys of Benue State protesting. Are they okay? Medicine after death. Protesting for what? What is the protest for? When people can enter your state and do anything and go out, and nothing will be done. Are they so clueless? Like I don't understand. Then tomorrow people will tell me this same governor, you put him again, you vote him into power again to bring more killings. Because what has he done? In fact, this man being the governor of Benue State has changed the state. I know what I'm saying. Benue State used to be very different. It has changed Benue State entirely. And I could see people that were celebrating that a priest was made a governor. Okay, he's a priest. The worst governor ever. I think Benue State has produced. So weak.
I'm telling you.
It's really sad because right now they said they're investigating, and I'm curious to know what are they investigating about? What are they using to investigate?
You know, the whole matter
the system is really poor. You can't even, you don't have record of that, no CCTV cameras, nothing. So where are you going to get your evidence from? The witness is the only witness we have. You can't even protect the witness in the community.
The witnesses are all dead.
They are there. There is the guy who said he lost his wife and 4 children.
There are people that lost entire families.
They are still in the community. Who is protecting them right now? Who is protecting them? They are talking about forensic investigators. Do we have them? Do we have these people?
Or do we allow their investigations to stand, or what they have come out with, their conclusions? Do we allow it to stand? Do we really? You see, we have a system that is fraught with a lot of irregularity. I ask questions. Even the Fulanis, the kidnappers that are collecting this money, if you watch their video, you see that they don't even know what the money is all about. They don't know that they also collect money, they play with it, they don't know what it's about. Their wives are just there cooking for them. You can see, I mean, that is the gulf in our kind of reasoning. Those people see those attached houses and the cooking and the lavish lifestyle, money around them as their form of luxury, as their vacationing and all that. But then, meanwhile, people are sweating, they pack millions of naira to them, and the government doesn't know how to track. I thought that when we're getting our BVNs, that is for easy access and tracking of phone lines and tracking of communication trajectory. But I've not seen them use, except in extreme cases where you are even to pay for your investigation. If you want the police to help you investigate or to you pay.
Even the investigation, how conclusive,
effective. Now, who supplies these people bikes? The bikes, this is Benue State. Benue State is in the center of Nigeria. Plateau, the center of Nigeria. Nasarawa. These guys, where did they move? Through which checkpoint, through which border, if they're not Nigerians, were they able to access their way from the Lake Chad region or from Kebbi State or from Sokoto State down, pass through Kaduna State, pass through Abuja, and they come to Nasarawa with weapons. Or the shoppers that we see on social media dropping these weapons in our airspace. This airspace, Nigeria has a sovereignty. If an illicit aircraft gets into your airspace, you can either shoot down or question, but you don't allow people to just fly into your airspace. That means there's a collusion with people in government. Abacha did reference it. He said if an insecurity lasts for more than 24 hours, the government is involved. And that is the impression the state of the country now is trying to bring us to bear. Now, what has been the response? whole families wiped out. I saw one, a graduate, that was the last 2 weeks wiping out. Somebody, I think was the only son, is a graduate, just came to the village, and that was how he met his Waterloo. I mean, a widow haven't trained her only son to that level with so much expectations, but the country killed him. The country. Because if we had great leaders, if we had responsive government and governance, that young man will still be alive. That is by the way. A lot of people have lost hope in farming, because how can you stake your life to go and do farming? You go to the farm, there's no guarantee for your safety. You're not sure you make it back. And that is why you see the skyrocketing prices of goods and services, especially foodstuffs, because people can no longer farm. Yams are expensive today because we're not getting yam from Benue, Kogi anymore. We are getting less than 50% of what we're supposed to utilize. Tomatoes, garbage. You can see the veg is equally for farming. In fact, a lot of farming lands in the north central, the northwest, northeast are no longer being utilized because of safety, and the government is not saying anything. The government goes to goes on campaign rampage, talking to state governors who have not decamped to decamp for their safety or for their political safety. When we have the safety of lives and property as a priority, the government isn't doing anything about it. Now, people came up with suggestions. Oh, the communities should arm themselves. The governor is talking with two sides of the mouth. That it hasn't gotten to that level. Yes, you take security votes every month. What have you done with it? It is not about buying cars for the police. It's not about sharing walkie-talkie but for the police. Security is all about intelligence gathering, intelligence implementation, intelligence gathered implementation, intelligence implementation, and processing of intelligence and implementation. But what have we done with all that? They use our security votes, sit on it, use it to build palaces, use it to create an illusion of rulership or leadership. We can't continue like this in this country. We can't. People are crying. That people cried. That's why Mr. President went. No, his aides would have advised this is too much. Nigerians will shout if you don't go for this one. That's why he had to go. But the people of Benue, the gauntlet lies with you. You must fight this fight. If not for very dark mind, that's when Two-Face Dibia came out and started talking. These are things people should have been shouting. Indigenous of the state should have been shouting. David Mark had to wait till this last incident before he shouted a cry for help. The former Senate Speaker, number 3 man. We have a lot of generals from Benue State who are retired. Can they come together like the Langtang generals, Langtang Mafia? Have you heard anything happening in Langtang?
Politically, they might not be at peace, engineer. So even if they are not at peace, even if there's lapses between them, can they just put it aside and focus on the fact that this has to be people's life, humans' life? Okay, let's even sort this insecurity issue first in the
you even know if
individuals before any other thing. I don't care whether
this is as a result
of good terms. I don't care that they are not in good terms with each other. It has to do with people's life right now. They need to consider that it has to do with people's life. Because, the thing is, this one has happened right now. Yes, the president came, visited the victims, and the governor, and all of that. That's not the issue. Will it stop? How are these people sleeping with their 2 eyes closed? The thing is, at the end of the day, if I want to analyze this whole situation, I'll tell you that the people of Benue State, they are very strong. For people to still find themselves in such kind of communities, see those rural communities, you could sleep with your eyes closed. I don't know how they do it.
I would not run come out.
Because I know that even good doors, they don't even have good doors to their rooms. Why even be strong enough.
You know that is
See how the people are opening, they say people were just opening the doors. They will open, put fuel, pour fire, open. The doors will not even be strong enough. So I don't know how they managed to be there. I don't know.
And you know, most of the roofs are attached roofs.
Because you and I know that no policeman will go there. No police. No, the least vigilante will not go. Do they want vigilante? Will not accept to go to that place. And that is why it's like
policeman and human being.
this. How do these people have information
their lives too.
about when everywhere the coast? They say the coast is clear. Oh, everywhere is clear. We can operate. How do they get the information to know that everywhere is clear? They can operate and nobody will stop them. They can operate without obstruction from any security force. How did they get information? How did they know? Because they did not just come from Benue State. No, they came from somewhere to enter into this community. Who is giving them the information that this community is free? No any armed forces to stop you people. And at that hour they arrive. How did they know that this is the successful time that they will arrive, and nothing will happen? You know, there are a lot of questions that needs to be asked. That's the truth. Because no outsider will come into your place and do such kind of operation and just go scot-free like that. Who is working with them? And at the end of the day, we'll ask ourselves this question: the investigation,
like you said,
you don't need any good news because they don't even know how to do any investigation. You
know the truth. Yeah, exactly. Mary, we are faced with this very complex situation because if you look in Benue State right now, there are fights. They are divided along ethnic lines. The Thieves, the Domas, and I want you that minority tribe again.
That oneness is not there.
Ethnic lines.
That oneness is not there.
So I mean, there could be collusions between one tribe and the killers or the Fulanis, for example, to come and attack a village, and because there's lack of unity, it's difficult to come into a common agreement in terms of security management in Benue State. But that is what I expected the governor to be doing, but he's not doing that. You are rather playing to the gallery for 2027 alongside Mr. President. Unite the people first. Until the people are first united, the Fulani will continue to take advantage. Because within themselves, they fight each other. They kill each other. So there's vulnerability already.
The Igede community in Benue want to appear to be the best. Tiv want to show you that they are the owners of. In fact, Tiv is the owner of Benue State. Idoma said no. Without Idoma, there is no Benue State. I don't understand. Exactly. Is it because people are different? Can they understand that there are one Benue State? In fact, Tiv will not go and marry Igede. Igede will not go and marry Idoma. Like, I don't get all these things these people are doing. And that is the problem. I heard someone was telling me that the Wate community that they invaded, that those people are strong people. They don't know how they manage to succeed. Oh, you people know that they are strong people. That's why I have to sit down and ask myself, who is giving these people information? Okay, they know that they are strong people. They don't know how these people actually succeeded, that they took them unaware. So you will not tell them, just like what you said, these people came from a very far place, if we can be sincere with ourselves.
Do you think it's a one-day plan? It's not a one-day plan. They must have been there to observe.
Do you think there's no insider to this? Do you think these people, they're not working with information? How will you from a different state just know that there's a community here? You know, in fact, you know the state very well. You know that there's a community called Yalewate in Benue State, or what do they call it? You know about this community. You know where it's located. You know where. No, now. There's no togetherness in these people. I don't know where they are dragging. There's no oneness at all. They're just working against each other. And instead of the governor to focus on this thing, he's trying to secure position for 2027 for another election. Because I don't get. Then if people in your state, they keep dying, I don't know who you think you should be ruling. I don't know.
How?
I don't know who you think you should.
Like if everyone in that state, they attack them, they are not protected. So who will you lead?
Who will you be leading?
Who will you be leading there? That's what she said.
But it's not concerned. It doesn't mind if it doesn't say humans to lead animals. But its priority is 2027. And that is the objective of a lot of them politicians. Their concern is basically geared towards 2027.
But who will vote? 2027, who is going to vote?
How many times have they assumed that they know how to do it? That's why they want to join the ruling party, so that your votes, whether you vote or you don't vote, somehow votes will count.
I think
That is
there was
just
this
it. Because
video.
I feel so pained when I look at what's happening.
There's this video about the president, right? When he was making a speech. I
Yes,
don't know. Maybe we'll just
take a look at it.
take a look at this whole situation. I don't know because nobody.
Has been made. I expect there should be arrests of those women. Christopher, thank you very much. I watch your comments and I know you can't be tired of staying in the bush and Oloyede and Basha. Thank all of you. But we need to keep our ears to the ground. Let's get those criminals. Let's get them out.
Of course, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not happy and he challenged, IGP of police. How come no arrest has been made? You just watched the video. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu queried the police chief over the Benue killing, asking what exactly the problem is and why no arrest has been made. I think that is a very, very important question. Do you realize that the Sultan of Sokoto have not released a statement? Neither any of the northern leaders, elders have said anything. Remember what happened in Edo State when allegedly some 11 hunters, only God knows if they were hunters or kidnappers, were killed in Edo State. And the governor of Edo State had to go to some of those states to apologize, to speak to those people, and people that allegedly were responsible were arrested, to mention but a few who they said dealt with the hunters, allegedly hunters, if they were hunters. But do you realize that over 200 people, over 200 men, women, children, babies, infants, pregnant women were burnt alive, and guess what? Not a single person from the northern states has said a word.
It's really sad.
No, but that is the basic thing that we're facing right now. Because you see, we are selling ourselves cheaply to the world in terms of we crave every day for us to attract industrialization, to attract investment. And like we've always said on this program, agriculture is one of the biggest investments that can be attracted to Nigeria because of our vast land mass. But with security challenges as this and with lack of leadership, because the response of the government is a total indication of lack of leadership. The lack of leadership, it's worthy of note to understand that it will be difficult. People can only do business with you if they can trust that you can guarantee their safety. That's when they can be attracted to do business with you. Safety of their lives and property, safety of their finances. But our government does not seem to be in a capacity to guarantee these two. So I think it will make it very difficult for that to happen. Then besides all this, the most important, I don't know, we have a mockery of leadership, especially the National Assembly, because I remember, I think they are passed into law the bill for ranching, open grazing bill. And I expected it to have been implemented because you don't tell me Argentina is the highest producer of beef in the world. You have Holland, the highest producer in Europe. But you can't see cows being escorted on the streets of Buenos Aires or on the streets of Amsterdam to the slaughter or to wherever. Ranching is a modern way. It's just like having a poultry cage, a modern way of animal farming, of animal husbandry. Then you carry farms. The annoying thing is that the impunity upon which they carry the cattle to other people's farms to eat, especially when cassava, maize is growing, you cut down someone's maize, then you start eating the. No, that's an aberration, and that is what we are facing. We need to change all that. We need to compel them. You live, if we are traveling from here to the north, for example, or to somewhere, you are going there because you are sure of where you're going to stay, are sure that you're going to be able to feed. But these guys carry cattle. They don't know anywhere in the south. They don't have a friend.
They stay in the bush.
They just tell them, anywhere you see green, go to Cross River, green grass, stop there, carry the cattle in that bush. They're so confident. I watched a clip of one of them shouting on somebody who was in the bush. He was hungry. I think he was in Edo State or so. They asked him, how you take a cattle? Who get that? It's called the allergy. Waiting, you are the hungry, I won't buy food. And and when you see the guy talk, when you're looking at him, and saw in him, I saw the eyes of a killer. This somebody, because he was talking with impunity and with so much guy. You see the demon in him. This kind of one. I had in Asabaye, Mary, I forgot to say this. A couple of years ago, the Anwai River, a woman, I was my friend in FMC a long time ago. I was my friend at the Federal Medical Center. This is a pharmacist. We're in this room. When he rushed to call him, what happened? There's an emergency, please. The doctor is calling you because we need some things from the pharmacy. What happened? We got there. We saw a woman, the hands were just dangling, the wrists. What happened? The woman gave her story. She went to the Anwai River, close to the Anwai campus, to fetch water. This Fulani herder came. He wanted to drink water. Me and you don't meet for river. I'm fetching my water. I'd already carried the basin of water on her head. The Fulani man said the woman should give him water. The woman said, you are in the river, fetch as I have fetched. Do you know the woman was going away? He brought her sword because the woman was carrying water. He brought her sword and cut the woman's hand with the water. The woman's hand was dangling when she was rushed to FMC. And he ran away with the car, with his cattle. So you can see their mindset.
What kind of freedom of holding knife up and down?
Up and down. We have most of them they kill people, they kill you with impunity, just quarrel with them before you know. That's why the keke riders, they don't have any life to live. They don't even know where their parents are again. Some don't even know their parents. They are just there.
They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. You and I have everything to lose. We'll miss ourselves. We have family. We love family. We have to. So we can't be like them. But moving forward, our politicians, our leaders, they're not helping matters. They're playing to the gallery. They are playing politics of self-interest, not politics of collective interest. And that is the albatross of what we're going to be facing as a country and as a people. May God continue to heal this land. Sad enough.
I don't know why they have such courage, like doing things like this. I don't know. And this has been happening. My pain is, it has been happening for a very long time. Is it that it's only when something has become worse, that is when we want to sit up? We want to sit up. We want to show action when something has become worse. Look at the lives lost. You can't bring them back. How can you just easily take what you can't give? You can't give life, then you can easily take it. And with what the witness said, he said with the way these people came in, then you know they've planned this for a very long time. Because some came from the front side to attack the police, the nearest police station, to attack the nearest police station, and then not knowing another gang was coming from behind. That's to tell you they really planned this. How can our people who are supposed to protect us be sleeping? They'll be relaxed. How can they be relaxed? How can you be relaxed, not expecting war can happen at any time? You should always be at alert, because no one knows what is coming. Imagine what happened now. These people went to bed relaxed, thinking they are protected. They have people who protect them, not knowing that they won't even wake up the next day. It's really sad, because I don't understand how people will come into a community fully armed, that they even have the courage to attack the police. No fear. They have the courage to attack the police. I don't know. Is it that they are trying to show us that maybe this is just a threat, or maybe this is to show us they've arrived and this is just the beginning. And it's going to be more shameful to know that for several days nothing has been done. This will give them more courage. It will give them more courage to want to even do more. That even the president is now involved, and still they've not even caught one of these people. They've not caught one of them. I'm not even sure they are feeling the heat yet, wherever they are.
How can they catch them? People that did a successful operation and left, then they are coming to make noise on the media that they should arrest them. How can you get them? Where? What will you use?
Now you see, they'll go about arresting just anyone. It might be a suspect.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Harassing people, they are doing search, and they have search warrant to just search people. They'll start harassing people because they want to prove a point to Nigerians that they are working, they are doing something.
That community would have been proud enough to say, we are safe, we are living close to a police station.
Which police station?
Yeah, that's what maybe they would have been telling people that they are living close to the police station. They will not have any of those issues.
Mary, you go to that police station now. You won't even find weapons there. Maybe just 2 policemen with gun. Not enough bullets to do anything.
You saw the energy they took in apologizing during the Urumi killing. I'm not seeing that energy now. All I could see is silence for a particular set of people. But without Urumi, it looks as if Nigeria was coming to an end, as if we want to bring down the whole of Nigeria because some special citizens were killed. What kind of country is this?
Country without shame.
Compared to over 200 lives. Even in that video I posted on our platform, when the man was saying he hates their tribe, and somebody was asking, how were you sure? Even the reporter said it's like they are clueless. I don't understand.
Can you imagine?
It's just that it's not something good to put out here. I don't understand though. There are people that should hold knives. There are people that should hold knives. There are people that should hold guns. But there are people that they see them with common phone. They arrest them because they are holding phone. They'll tell you that the phone they are using is for fraud. But people that are taking the lives of humans up and down, they are walking freely. But you have a smartphone, you understand, you cannot walk freely in Nigeria. After the police will begin to extort money from you. You know, when we have misplaced priority, when we miss it, we've missed it.
They must be celebrating wherever they are now, because they feel we've done a clean job. No trace. We left no
every
trace.
They will be sincere with you. They are scared of these people. Because when you see them, you always see a long knife with them. So when you even see them and you are not seeing anybody, you want to run. You can't freely enter a public vehicle with them. Every Nigerian should be sincere. They are scared of them. Because you don't have anything in you. You are not with any weapon. But you see them filled up with different weapons. Why should they be free with those weapons? Who is coming to kill them? Nobody's coming to kill them, but at the end of the day, they turn to be killing people. They are the ones that have turned to be killing people.
That is it. The politicians caused all this. They are the people that have funded most of these bandits, these kidnappers, and all that. So we just want to crave the indulgence of the federal.
So why should the innocent poor?
They are the pawns. They are the pawns
people that are struggling to
in the
survival.
of the political elite. They are the pawns. So that's the way it plays out. That's the way it plays out. We just hope that since Mr. President, this is the first time I'm hearing him say they should go after these people. Let's hope that the Nigerian police, the army, the navy, the security agents will be able to get this one right this one time, so that Nigerians can get back to believe them again. Basically, let's look at our paper review when we are done with this one.
Okay, let's go on a quick break, and when we are back, we continue with the paper review.
Yeah.
Now, reviewer, stay with us. I'll be right back after this speech.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. It's coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Welcome back, viewers, from that big break. We're still on the show Rise and Shine Nigeria on ART. Okay, these are the newspaper review section. Engineer, I was going through the punch paper, and honestly, I just didn't see any need of even looking at that paper. I don't know if punch they don't have anything again to put out here. It's just I don't know, like it looks as if punch does not have anything to put out. If you go through the punch newspaper, is to some extent it's really nothing to write home about. Honestly, I think other people are beginning to even do better. It's them putting out one advert or the other and leaving the main issue in the country. We're talking about the unnecessary killings in Nigeria, and punch they'll begin to let's even see what let's see together the punch newspaper today.
We see have the front page.
Now you can see that
the commission.
Yes. For how many weeks now? How many weeks? It's just about the commissioning and all of that. We've heard. We are already aware. We are aware of the commissioning. Can we just focus on bringing out the issue right now in Nigeria so that people will be aware of the problem?
Question I want to ask: is commissioning of projects something that should be glorified? That is the responsibility of government to provide basic needs.
How many weeks have been putting out only this commissioning of project on the pump? Is it that point does not have any other thing to do?
They make it look like they are doing us a favor. They make it look like they are commissioning roads is to favor us. You're right. What you're supposed to do is it only about sharing money, buying jeeps for yourself. Your obligation of the position, the office you represent is to provide these things. But you see the funfair that go about, they even make budgetary allocation for commissioning that are going to they spend about 120 million to commission all the process in Abuja. Wiki.
And you know the anointing here. You know the anointing here. It's not like it's a new story that these people are bringing. Personally, I would say they are stale news. These things they are stale news that is in reputation in the Punch newspaper. Because how can you tell me that the president is unable to commission roads linking Mabushi with Katampe, right? Okay, yeah. And also our judges headquarters and all of that. It's something we've been seeing before. And they keep on repeating it like it's not a new something. It's not like a new commissioning. It's the one that we've been seeing for like 2 weeks and counting. I think the guidance has maybe moved on and other papers. But Punch seems not to understand that there are other pressing issues in Nigeria.
Those ones, they will feel that, let me say something.
It's really disappointing. What we should be seeing in our front covers should be how you are implementing means at which you will tighten security in this state, in the country. Because that's the worst we are facing now in Nigeria. No one is safe anymore. People are even scared to sleep in their homes. Commissioning of roads, bridges, and all that is not what we want to see at this point.
Who is going to pass the road?
You know what it means to lose a life?
Are they fixing road for these evil people to have access, free access of passage or what? You cannot understand. Okay, now they came at the top, right? On the point. That's why they put the story of the Benue killing. To me, it was supposed to even be the big story. Because the president just visited Benue State yesterday, being 18th. So it's supposed to even be on the big story. And they are coming here to put the commission in. Okay, let's just take this story before we go to another paper. Tinubu assembles top brass ex-governors to end Benue killings. And we have ex-general Ogbe, top monarchs, others on high-level peace panel. President orders IG CDS on killer's arrest. Alaya back state police. Alaya is the governor. I don't know. I don't know what I would say that one has been doing before now.
To steal the headline.
You said?
I'm not impressed with you.
That's what they do.
I said it's
Honestly,
beginning to steal the headline now. All the newspapers now is the person that talking
when we have
about
other
liar,
pressing
liar.
issues, do you know people that have
A
lost
lot
their
of
loved
pressing.
ones as a result of this? Do you know people? You know the other time they were showing a man that his grains like every other food he do sells like he lost everything, they burnt it, and right now he needs to start all over. But the most important thing is that he's alive. That's just it. You know people that lost all their families, some that managed to escape, some
The
that managed
means
to,
at
you
which
know,
these people were kids is the most
that day was even
painful.
supposed to be a
If you lose a family member to
silence
maybe
day.
sickness, it's different. But having, you know, the mental like stress these people go through, having to remember how you lost your family member.
That day was supposed to be a silent day in Benue State. That was even the day that people were not supposed to go to work.
Exactly.
People were not supposed to go to work, visit the bereaved, show sympathy. Unfortunately, they did not do that. All they could do was declare a work-free day for people because the president was coming yesterday.
Woman waits for the
I think we should do
president.
better. The lives of people matters. The lives
Not to Nigerian politicians.
of
Not to Nigerian politicians. So unfortunate.
it matter. Like, let it not be that. Okay, let's see the next paper. Let's see what the next paper is saying here. That is the Daily Times. Coming, let me display it. Okay, the big story on the Daily Times you have on Benue. Tinubu set up elders committee demands land for ranching. Abbott visit to Yalewata. And moving forward, we have Benue killings. Aunt Fulani burnt 20 members of my family coming from Survivor. Even if you look at the top of this story where I was reading, look at the picture of the man. Then you remember the video on, I was talking about. If you look very well, take a look at the
Yes.
story where the man was saying he lost 20 members of his family. That was the man talking. And Daily Times could bring this story out. Punch did not see this kind of story to bring out. They are shying away from these ones. It's not important to them. They didn't see this kind of story to put out here. You know, most of these are dailies are even one of the problem we have. They just prioritize the gain, their interest. If they're not gaining, they're not doing it. You know, when VDM visited the states, he made a comment. People might want to overlook it, but it's just the truth. He said most of this media don't put out this information out there. You know that they were complaining about Benue killing. Most of our blogs, most of the media, they are still busy carrying the news of India air, still giving us details of the news of India air, people that died. You understand? Their families and what their mission was to the UK, what they did in India, and that like and the people that missed the flight. Media were busy carrying India air. Are you in India? And your Nigerian people are here dying. You could not put the news out there. What a misplaced priority. How are we going to leave the important thing and focus on that thing? India air has happened.
It's
before.
really shameful. It's
He said
shameful that they want to hide it. Maybe they feel it's going to throw bad light about the country. Is it that all the time people will be hearing killing here, killing there, killing there? But
is
it's
it
the
not
reality of
happening?
things. It has
Is
to
it
be
not happening?
shown. It's happening.
Let's ask the world, not just about making pronouncement. Do we carry out a pronouncement as Nigerians? The president has spoken. What are the armed forces doing about it? The police, the DSS? Where are they going? What are they doing about intelligence and gathering and going to fish out these people that have caused us a lot of pains? People are drying blood. Children of months old, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, their blood will weep for, we cry for this country. Their blood needs restitution. Their blood needs it. They're crying for government to help them out. Mustn't go unpunished, no matter their status in the society. And it's not just about that. The government needs to investigate anybody that is involved with them, directly or indirectly, must be held accountable as well. That's my take.
How are they even investigating all this? How are they investigating? Are they effective with their investigation?
People that did a successful operation and left, and I don't know. Well, at the end of the day, they still didn't say they should investigate. We say they're not doing anything. So maybe it's their own way of trying to render.
How many drones have they put out there now to try to locate these people? How many? At least by now we should see, okay, the provision of more, like, better ammunitions to the armies and all that, for them to go into this forest, because most of them, they hide deep in this forest. You'll be shocked that these people, they even know where they are, but they are scared to even go there because they don't have the right tools to go there with. They are scared for their lives. This army, these people, they are humans.
Yeah.
What provision have you made for these people? You are there now commanding, go and get these criminals. What have you given these people? What tools have you provided for this? This is what we want to be seeing in the newspapers. Okay, the president has done this to protect the life of the citizens. Is what we want to be seeing.
I'm going to be seeing it. Hopefully. As we keep talking like this, we're definitely going to be
I'm saying this because this is not the first time it's happening.
Yes, it's just we don't have a choice.
It has been happening for a long time.
We don't have control over institutions that can react instantaneously. Mr. President,
we cried for days before the president even went there. Maybe we should cry about this, then they will hear us.
He went there and he didn't even visit the scene of the carnage. He only went to the hospital. Go to the scene, feel the community first time. Let them feel the love, let them feel the passion for Mr. President. Before you start.
Okay, moving forward on the Daily Times, we have a story here that says Israel-Iran crisis. Nigeria moves to evacuate citizens, urges end to hostilities, on page 5 of the Daily Times newspaper. Nnamdi Kalu's inciting statements responsible for mass violence in Southeast. DSS warns. US visa ban on ECOWAS nations threatens trade deals, security gains coming from Tuga. Zenith Bank exits regulatory forbearance, meets 500 billion naira capital target. And I think the last story on the Daily Times, you have commercial flights begins at Truba Okalibo International Airport in Ebonyi State. And that story is on page 9 of the Daily Times newspaper. I think these are all the stories we have this morning on the Daily Times. You know, when you look at the Tribune is also carrying the adverts of the commissioning, so I don't see the need of going through the paper. Vanguard is carrying the adverts. Vanguard is still carrying the adverts of the commissioning of the roads in Abuja.
They're all the same thing.
I think the only paper also that didn't carry it is the Guardian, and that will be the last paper that will go through today. I think. Yeah, that's the Guardian. It says a reaction straight to Tinubu's Benue visits, land grab, remark, rising IDPs. It is what it is now. You know, the thing is, at the end of the day, this will begin to evacuate to IDPs. Engineer, you know, right? They'll begin to evacuate to IDPs. So who is going to take over their abandoned place, their abandoned houses and lands? That is where I have
the houses were not abandoned. The houses were completely destroyed. There was no pronouncement. The houses were completely destroyed. The houses were burnt to the ground. People were burnt in their houses, their farms. Some had their barns storage rooms burnt. So the government the visit didn't really bring out anything positive from my own perspective. It didn't bring out anything positive to me. That's the way I see it. I'm being frank on that.
It is well.
So their houses, both businesses were burned down. So I just wonder how these people will meet up. I don't really know what they will do. I think this is something they should be active on right now, rebuilding these homes. Because these people, they cannot leave their roots, no matter what happened in that place.
I would like it or not, for the victims, at this point, they'll be in a confused state, because it looks like you're starting all over. So you don't even know what to do. You don't know where to place your hands. What am I going to do right now? Especially if I've lost maybe my goods and all of that. So I don't know. The governor of that state should just do better. In
They
as much as I
lost their
feel like
certificates.
yes, when everything is burnt. Okay, this story on the Guardian said that what sickle cell day carriers, stakeholders, be one high cost of care, health insurance omission, and that story is on page 6. I think that's the last story on the Guardian. This sickle cell engineer is one thing we need to talk
Yeah.
about. Maybe one day we just have it. We just
Yes,
have
yes.
a guest
I'll
on the
come with the
show to
doctor.
educate us more. Do you think that drugs need to be expensive? I don't know. I don't know how they feel.
No.
That's how we need to have a guest to talk about it. How these people feel? How do they
It
feel? Maybe
is
frequently.
it's a
If
very terrible
and their
remit.
drugs become this expensive, are they not supposed to make it even cheaper for them? When you
Well,
are suffering and you
unfortunately,
can't still afford your drug, is it not a problem? You can imagine.
unfortunately, if you're saying sickle cell, what of those with cancer? You want their drugs cheap too? The only drugs that are cheap are those with HIV, retroviral drugs that are very, very, in fact, they are costless. No, but what they are saying is this: we pay health insurance in the UK and advanced countries. The government
Yeah.
takes care of all that. We pay health insurance in our workplaces here, but we can't access true healthcare facilities. We can't go beyond health insurance in Nigeria covers only very economic illnesses like malaria, typhoid, delivery for the women, um, headache, ulcer. But when you have complicated ailments, they will
Yeah.
refer you, and they will refer you to specialist hospitals where they will tell you the government the government insurance does not cover this. So you have to start taking the burden alone. So that is the problem. We need to have a revisit to the bill on health insurance scheme in Nigeria because at this stage it is expensive. I've had a lot of friends who have died because of sickle cell ailments. Some were able to become adults, some didn't make it up to adulthood. But the truth is, as for you to have a long life, sickle cell, like we always say, AS should not marry AS should not marry SS. I mean, they know and their genotypes. Try to check your genotype first and foremost. It is not even just about the carrier of the sickle cell ailment. It's about you, the parents, because it's a
You're
financial
still
burden on you
suffering.
too.
Yes, you're still
It's about
suffering.
you too. So don't bring somebody into the world to suffer the person and suffer yourself. You will never live a fulfilled life. When you have
Some
it's
they feel is
expensive.
love.
Forget the love. Allow
Forget the pain.
forget the pain. Break up now. It won't take time. You will heal when you find someone else. The
When
most
the
important
pain
thing is
comes, the love vanishes. When the
No,
pain
no,
comes,
maybe it's very terrible. Like Chico said, it deals with the blood. Like the
I'm talking
blood
about you saying that people intentionally marry even when they know that their blood genotype is not compatible for each
there
other.
are
And
people
they
like
get
that.
married.
There are
yes,
people
they'll
like
tell
that.
you is love.
You begin to suffer with the child. Now, when you begin to suffer with the child, you can't tell me that love will be stable at that point. When you see your child always in pain, at the end of the day, my own concern is these children are innocent, or a carrier is innocent. You didn't bring yourself to the world, and now you happen to see yourself in this kind of situation. I feel like at the end of the day, the drug should not be this expensive. I also saw a
That's
video
what I
of a
feel.
lady. She was lamenting bitterly.
That's what I
She,
feel.
I don't know. She said at first it was cheaper, but now it's expensive. She was talking about asthma, that the asthma inhaler that they normally get, and now it's not even affordable for them. You understand? That is so expensive. That please, government should come to her aid, because it's not like she's that financially stable and they are making it more expensive every time, and she needs it. So I looked at the situation. I felt like these people that are having these issues, these people that are suffering like this, that are having health related issues. Don't you think that is really where our government should come in and see how they can even make it less expensive for them, how they can make it cheaper for them, so that they can afford it? Because you can imagine when you have this kind of health issue and it's because of money that you don't have to buy a drug, and you just see yourself dying. It's really not good. So these are the things that we need to also consider in the lives of our citizens. It's not all about fixing roads and bridges. No, the lives of individuals matters more. We should still look into it, still keep considering it. It's very important, because they're coming out to cry now. and we are acting like that. Is why at the end of the day I still like Guardian, because Guardian we actually just a kind of not really listen to the noise and put out these things that are important in human lives. I know they might not be getting anything for putting out this kind of story, because you see Punch and other people that are putting out all these adverts. I think they are actually enjoying this period, but we should still yes understand that the Nigerian life is life matters more. And if we do that, I think it's better for us. Honestly, we need to do better in this country. When it's time for election again, we'll forget about everything that we are complaining right now. And people will begin to vote whoever they want to vote. We don't think about the years of suffering. We don't think about the years of suffering. We don't think about what we'll gain at that point. It's really sad, honestly. We need to do
They will,
better.
you still see people that will go and vote and bring in somebody we are trying to vote out.
That's Nigeria.
People will still go there. You see people still putting the same name. You'll be wondering, is it that these people they've not been in Nigeria? They've not been in the country, they don't know what is happening or what's going on in the country. We don't have one mind at all. We don't have one mind. When it comes time for election, these people will appear. They will want to be in our favor. They will want to do everything possible to get in position. But when they get there, you see them.
I just hope our political disposition is for going through an evolution that would help us for 2027. I just believe that the electorate are learning, because we have more political jobbers, people that have turned politics to their career than true political servants. Political servants are people who are truly in politics to help modify the society, transform leadership. But what we have are mostly political jobbers whose quest, whose desire for selfish aggrandizement, for self-enrichment is become and a clog in the wheel of progress or developments like this that you talk about. Defense, healthcare, major budgetary allocations annually for both federal and state levels, but it has not been reflective in our educational sector, in our health sector, and even in our defense sector, where insecurity has held sway, where issues like this, like you spoke about, the need for set.
Okay, I think engineer's Asaba, your network is bad. Okay, just like what engineer was saying, I think at the end of the day, in Nigeria, if we start to consider what we would gain, the country will continue to suffer. Let's just see how we can remove our selfish interest from the things we do. Even as Nigeria, as citizens, let's see how we can actually put out our efforts for the betterment of Nigeria as a country. Not when you see things that are spoiling, you just act like it's none of your business. When the old Benue killings came up, there are still people that really do not show any interest. Why? They feel like it's not my state, it's none of my business. But if we keep saying it is not your state, it's none of your business, this killing will continue, because you don't even know the next state, you don't even know the next people that will be attacked. So, but if there's this togetherness, we come together and put out our voices and complain about how restless we are about this whole situation. Honestly, Nigeria definitely will get better. But we begin to act so nonchalant about the situation. We begin to act like it's none of our business. We shouldn't put our energy in what is none of our business. It won't really make any sense, because whether I would like it or not, what has happened in Benue State, there are a lot of people that acted like it's none of their business, which is really sad. Let's come together as one in Nigeria and fight the security of this country, because the number one problem we have right now is insecurity. And where there's insecurity, I don't know how that place can be developed. There can never be development in a country that is filled with so much insecurity. And that's the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Okay, viewers, this will be a good place to wrap up the show. I don't know if engineer has something to say before we call the show a wrap. Engineer, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You said?
Guys, I don't know if you have anything to say before I call the show a wrap.
Oh, no. I mean, we've said it all. I mean, we can wrap up. Very wonderful people have heard, they've led, and we've had a lot of followers. People have been following on this program. So I'm sure today's program was quite interactive. And we hope that the authorities are listening and they take serious actions on issues of security concerns, especially in the North Central.
You know, there are a lot of areas that need reforms in this country. A lot of areas. And I think this is not the time to sit quiet and let these people go scot-free. We should put a cut to their celebration, because I don't know why I strongly believe these people will be celebrating by now. Because they feel we've done a clean job. How can it be more than 7 days and nothing has been done? You've not even caught one of these people. And you say the country they are active. People are active. Like, we have security in this country. What are they doing? What are the police doing? What are the army doing? What are they doing? What is stopping them from taking action? Do they have the right tools? Have provisions been made?
What are the questions you're asking? What are the traces to this people? They already did a clean job and they left. So I don't know how we think you can really get them at this point. Let's tell ourselves truth. The only thing is, let them try to protect the ones that are alive now. Let them say they can protect them. Let there be security for these people, so that moving forward, this whole tragedy will not repeat itself again. It's the repetition of it that makes us incompetent. It looks as if they are incompetent, but if it doesn't keep repeating, then I think it's better that way. Okay, viewers, and thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you so much, Engineer, for your time on the show and your contribution. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on the show. This would be a good place to wrap up the show. We are coming again tomorrow. See you same time tomorrow. And Rise and Shine Nigeria on ART. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media page. Like, share. Don't forget to leave us with your thoughts again. Let us know what you think, what you feel about SRTV. Thank you so much. Keep following SRTV. I remain your girl, Merivalizi. Bye.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. It's coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text